Good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a nice weekend. I do apologize for the earlier video. I guess there was no sound on it. I think I had the microphone turned off on my computer for some reason. In any event, thanks, Will, for letting me know. And here is a new video with some sound. So as we're talking about next week's class, we'll be talking about prototyping, iteration, and evaluation. And so we've introduced these concepts before, these stages of the inspiration, ideation, and implementation, and then these 5 stages of the creative problem solving where empathy, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So as you've been working through your projects for how do you solve the question that you're posing, you've hopefully been using the mindsets we've been talking about in class as far as empathy, awareness, collaboration, optimism, creativity, rebellion, and confidence. And so now you're actually working on the prototype stage of your presentation, because as we talked about last week's class, you'll be making your rough draft this week. And the rough draft is really that prototype stage. You've gathered information, you've figured out some ideas, and now you're putting together a potential solution. And so we'll get the opportunity to give feedback from our classmates, and that'll help us in this prototyping stage. And again, when this prototyping stage is, that's really where you're trying out these ideas. You're thinking about what you think might be solutions, what you think may be helping. You get to put something together with all the research that you've done, and then you test it out. You get to see what is going to work and not going to work. And just like for your rough draft of your presentation, you'll get some feedback, and maybe some questions will be asked from your peers, and it will make you realize that you might have to do some more research as far as articles. Maybe you need to look at some more solutions that are options for your problem. Maybe you'll need to speak to some more people. And again, this is what this testing out stage, this prototyping stage is in the creative solving problem process. So we should think about some maybe real life examples. Here's a picture of quinoa on the left. And if you wanted to go into the dining halls and get them to serve quinoa, it really wouldn't be the best idea just to have them go serve quinoa and then see what works, right? You're going to want to try and test it out. What kinds of foods are they interested in? What kinds of foods are popular with the students? When they introduce quinoa, and then through that learning, you'll get to implement a new menu for the quinoa. Just like in another picture, just like when you go to the gym. Right? If you have a goal and you're working towards something, you're not going to just go in there and start doing things. You're going to try things out first. What does work? What feels comfortable? What do you know how to do? What do you need to learn how to do? And then that's going to really help you build out maybe a new workout program for yourself. Here's another picture of some medical tools, and again, these are various equipment that used to be used for a type of nasal surgery, and so. As you'll see, you probably hadn't wanted to see some of those devices before, but now these kinds of methods have helped people develop new kinds of instruments that can be used. So prototyping really is about trying things out and learning and then moving forward with a new solution. And it's this evaluation stage of the prototyping that we're going to really, again, explore this weekend, or this week. We're going to get to see what it is that you put together and how can you get some feedback and evaluations to try and make those changes and adjustments that you might need to make things better. And it really is about this building up, and then you learn from your feedback, and then you adjust. And then you build up again, and you learn and you adjust. And so that's what makes it iterative. It keeps going in circles to try and resolve the problem until you really feel confident with what you've put together for your solution. So we'll dive a little bit more into the class this week. And as a reminder, as I kind of talked about already in the video, your homework for this week is to produce your rough draft of your presentation. Now you will be uploading an MP4 file of this presentation to the Canvas discussion board. That's all you have to do this week, is just upload the actual file to the discussion board. And then next week we'll be doing the feedback, and that'll help you really revise and make those improvements of your presentation. But again, you're just uploading the rough draft. As a rough draft, it does not have to be finished completely. However, it should include some sound recordings. At this point, you don't have to have both partners involved in the sound recordings, but I would expect for your final project there would be voice recordings from each of your partners if you are working in a pair. All right, folks. Well, sorry again about the video with no sound earlier today. Hope you had a great weekend, and I'll see you on Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions.